Hi, folks. It's CJ Miller. I'm in my apartment in downtown Shreveport. We're across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana, and that's in Northwest Louisiana. I love living here. Come check us out. If you do come through, give me a shout out. Yeah, I have the episodes of American Horror Stories season 3 queued up so I can talk about them. Um, so, um, American Horror Story, they tell uh, a narrative throughout the season of each year. And the aesthetics of each season changes. So it looks different from year to year. The theme's different, everything all the way around. So, uh, American Horror Stories, uh, direct to Hulu, uh, no TV release. It just goes direct to Hulu streaming, so it's not actually on the FX network. You can only get those here. Uh, and then, so what happens is each episode tells its individual story. So uh, not uh, it's not a season long story that's an anthology, but an episode long anthological story. And the aesthetic from episode to episode, it's not nearly as radical of a change as the seasons in between American Horror Story, which they kind of say is the mothership, and some of the episodes tie into, maybe give some backstory to some side characters or something like that. Not every single episode necessarily reflects what's going on in the American Horror Story universe, but some do. Like the first season was the first two episodes were about Murder House, uh, which was season one, and the first episode of season two was the backstory of Spalding, who was the houseman of the Coven, in season three. But anyway, this is I haven't seen any tie-ins. This may and it's a short season, 4 episodes. I was reading online there may have been 5 episodes, but there's actually just 4 episodes, uh, and so who knows? But perhaps the source in the article that I was reading, perhaps they had their information mixed up, because I really was thinking there was going to be 4 episodes of American Horror Story this season, and it turned out there were 5 episodes that have told the first half of that story, American Horror Story Delicate. So, uh, whatever, Uh, but anyway, let's get into it. The first episode was Bestie, and it has a lot to do with, you know, relationship toxicity online, you know. And then, of course, Daphne deals with a toxic relationship uh, with artificial intelligence, and tapeworm. That should be pretty self-explanatory, and probably uh, there are no surprises. It ends the way you think it will end. And then this is probably my favorite organ, which this is kind of a twist on the kidney heist. That's one thing about these individual tales. They very much um, resemble urban legends, but urban legends are stories that are told to kids as they're growing up, to kind of give them a cautionary, hey, this is what's going to happen uh, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get the negative result of the people in the story. And it's to maybe kind of playfully find a little fun little way to give kids uh, lessons, morals. Give them a moral lesson, uh, you know, uh, a practical fable or whatever. But because urban legends are derived from fables, like sour grapes or something like that. The whole uh, Aesop's fable thing, the tortoise and the hare kind of thing. Okay, so Yeah, but the thing about this is that this is American Horror Story, and so while they kind of resemble uh, urban legends as a morality play, a fable, it could be twisted because it may be from the point of view where the good guys are the bad guys and the bad guys are the good guys or whatever. So, whatever that twist is, the twist is that, well, for instance, season two, there was an episode called Feral, and the point of that was, animal instinct versus uh, taught behavior. And yeah, so, and it's very subtle. It's so subtle that it's almost subtext, uh, where a little boy gets lost in the woods and then years later he's found, but he's like, oh, now he's like, uh, yeah, you should check that out. But anyway, well, you should check all these out. They're all fun. They're all good. Um, they're particularly well acted this time around, and these were done and probably have been closed off like right before uh, the actor strikes and stuff like that. Maybe there was some flack about Ryan Murphy and actors and stuff like that crossing the picket lines, but I think it was probably just if that was the case, probably just to finish this particular area of production, like just like maybe they were like, hey, we're gonna like wrap that up. Maybe we're not gonna start anything new, but we do have to finish the momentum that's already there, and that probably was a decision. If that happened, was probably a decision that was made for artistic integrity versus um, industry. And that's one thing that I appreciate, and I look at when I do watch stuff. I do appreciate the art that goes into a true performance. That's why I prefer uh, fictional shows versus reality TV. Reality TV, there's not really much artistry in it. There's no storytelling in it. There's no craft in creating a character. We miss all that. Oh, you get some real life drama, but you're not going to get the art uh, of play acting and producing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we do lose out whenever uh, because this. I would say that there was something that happened in the 90s. I was aware of a writer's strike, and there was a big boom in TV talk shows and reality shows that happened as a result of lack of content. And this was before expanded cable. You could get satellite dishes that would give you hundreds of channels, but cable at that time that I'm talking about was still limited to maybe 30, 40 channels and then some premium content. But pay pay per view on TV or anything like that. That really wasn't a thing yet. And you know, so the writer strike at the time, it promoted, and it's like, oh my god, now all of a sudden everything on TV is reality TV. It's like, whoa, Uh, and that was we of course we ended up getting shows like Survivor and Celebrity something something, I don't know, whatever. Everything was a real world rip off or something like that. The Real World was a reality show on MTV. It really was like the first reality TV show, and for the newness of it, it was like, okay, I was sitting around and watch these people. But the moment that I started watching it, like like before the episode, that first episode was first, I was like, okay, this is kind of boring, but it's also exploitive, and you know, whatever, like trashy. Like the very first thing, it was like they had like one character, uh, a girl from the South being pitted against a black man from the South and making a big deal over, something that would have been worked out in a moment, but because the cameras were running, they kept it going like all like season and for years after. As a matter of fact, that moment that I'm talking about, it lapsed over into the second season. It lapped over into several reunion specials, and yeah, whatever. So stupid. Um, and it's a template by so that so many people feel that they need to categorize their life online or whatever. I mean, I for someone, I do YouTube content, but I do it like not for YouTube or not really for anyone. It's really just a means of like saying hello and leaving like a little vlog, a little uh, video diary of my thoughts, and to express my love for my city in which I live. And I want people to come check it out. And then if I have a good time, I want to like share that good time with viewers and stuff. So it just means I've talked too long, being timed out on my screen. Okay, seriously, if you do come through Shreveport on your way to your vacation spot or where your destination, let me know. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you can't find anything fun to do, I will find something fun. As a matter of fact, Rocky Horror Picture Show tomorrow night at Norton's Art Museum, provided the weather holds out. We had some rain today. I don't think it's raining now. But anyway, love and light, peace. Good night.